Hey there, it's me, Miriam from Brand Compete, back with another tutorial for AIMan, your data-secure interface to all open source large language models. Today, I'm going to show you how to upload data sources and assign them to your chats or projects for Retrieval Augmented Generation, aka RAG. Starting on the AIMan front page, click the controller icon in the toolbar at the top, and the AIMan workbench opens on the right side. Navigate to the Data Sources tab and click on the plus icon to create a new data source. When doing so, a window pops up. Give the data source a name and optionally write a short summary. Then it's time to add your files. You can do that via drag and drop or browse your computer by clicking the Browse Your Computer button. You can add all kinds of text-based files like Word documents, Excel sheets, PowerPoints, PDFs, and so on and so forth. Of course, it's also possible to add websites. To do so, insert the URL in the provided field and click the plus button. You can also share data sources with other users, like you can with projects, and tag or categorize them. When you're done adding all your files for the collected data source, click the Create button in the lower right corner. The window closes and the new data source appears on the workbench with an orange sign saying Indexing. This means that the data source is being processed and made available by AIMan's RAG service. When AIMan has finished indexing the data source, the sign turns green and switches to Ready, and you can start using it. This can take from seconds to several minutes depending on the amount of data. However, you do not need to wait. You can work on other projects in the meantime or even end AIMan and come back later. Once the data source is ready, you will receive a notification as well. As you can see, the data source is ready now, so I can show you how to add it to a chat or project. Create a new chat or project and set the usual parameters. Then click on Data Source and the window expands with all the data sources to choose from. Click on the data source you need, you can only choose one at a time, and hit the Create button. As always, the chat opens and you can see the name of the chosen data source at the top of the Chat tab. Another way of assigning a data source is to open an already existing chat or project with no data source added yet. As you can see here at the top of this Chat tab, I've called Assigned Data Source. Then open the Data Source panel in the workbench via the controller icon. Click the Use button next to the desired data source, click Set to Individual Tabs, and then select the tab it should be applied to. Click the Use Data Source button, and there you go. The data source has been assigned to the chat. What is very important to know, when you type in your prompt in a chat or project using a data source, the LLM will not draw its answer from the data it was trained with, like it normally would, but will exclusively use the content of the data source you provided. This technology is called Retrieval Augmented Generation, short RAG, and is perfect when you want to swiftly customize a model to a very specific business case. Now you know how to create data sources and add them to your chats or projects. How prompting with RAG and different kinds of data sources looks and works in action, I'm going to show you in the next tutorial using a few real-life examples, so stay tuned.